Hello, everyone. I honestly, guys, this is wow. I don't know how to start this. I'm very excited right now, and the reason why I say that is I have something that I did not expect to have today. See on my desk, I have the Sora Unknown. I don't even know the name of the damn pad. That's kind of sad, but I digress. Skypad, Glasspad. I enjoy it. It's my first actual glass pad that I've purchased. I've also have the Artisan Shedenkai, which is glass infused. So, I mean, my favorite pad of all time is an Artisan Zero. So, glass pads are just, I like them just to try out a different realm of pad. But I came across a review on YouTube and it informed me about a glass pad that is cheap, more controlled than your average Sky pad, Pulsar, whatever pad, and it's cheap, like I said. So today I'm going to be giving my first impressions on the Varmblexit pad from Ikea. So you might be thinking to yourself, okay, I know Ikea has a cloth pad, which I also have, pretty good actually, but I didn't know they had a glass pad. And if you think they don't have a glass pad, you'd be right, because this is not a glass pad. It's actually a serving tray. Oh, the lens is breaking. There we go. There's me. So yeah, um, I'm going to test this out. I haven't even laid a single mouse on this. I don't know what the glide feels like. I'm just going off of the recommendation of another fellow YouTuber. And I'm going to test it out right now, and you're going to get my first impressions. So, move this out of the way, this out of the way. Skypad here. Obviously, I mean, I'm not going to keep it like this. I'm not going to keep these fucking things on it. This would be an absolute nightmare to play on, but I think the key is to play on the non-frosted part. All right. Well, let's get right into this. Lay it down. Oh, I think you do need to play on the... Okay, that's... Okay, hold on. Let's try the frosted side. Feels like a glass pad. It's obviously unsteady right now, but I see there's a bit more, I think the static friction, like a bit more resistance to it. And you can definitely hear it. All right, well, interesting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unscrew these. I'm going to see if I have some, I'll show you. Let's see if I have some of these guys, something similar to this, so I can put it on the back of that, detach these, and just have a regular glass pad. I'm not gonna lie, I expected to be more blown away. Maybe it's just these skates. These are the stock Razor skates, so I also haven't cleaned it at all. This could just be. Oh, that's much better. This is like, he's right. This is like it's a more controlled sky pad. It still has this like snappiness when you need to make long, quick adjustments, but when you slow it down, it's actually low-key kind of controlled. Okay, well, now I'm very intrigued to see how this will play. Holy shit. Well, gentlemen, we may have the most underrated class pad in NA right now in front of us. Holy shit. All right, well, I'm going to get a screwdriver and whatnot, and I'm going to start to try to use this pad. All right, well, I'm back. I have a screwdriver, and I'm going to see. Oh, I don't know if I have the proper head for this. Oh, here's one. Here's two. Okay. Making some progress. Oh my goodness. Well, it worked on the other ones. Now it's just not agreeing. Well, shit. Let me cook. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I've realized that I've made a great mistake in not using this kit. That's Yang. He's one of my two cats I have. He's very cute. Anyways, see if we slightly too big. Oh ho ho. Oh ho ho. Let's go. Let's go. Now all you do, pop this off. And you have a sheet of glass that cost me $17 Canadian for this. That, which Yang is inspecting, hello, cost me like 200 Canadian. And personally, as I said, Artisan Zero is my favorite pad. I am okay with more, friction and control on a pad because I like control. So, ooh, that didn't sound good. Let's just lift this bad boy up. I mean, orientated like this. It's not going any. Oh. So this is what the pad looks like. And it's a bit smaller than what. Brother. Ugh. So the pad is a bit smaller than what I'm used to, coming from Artisan XL and Skypad XL. But I don't really like. I just need X axis. I don't really care too much. Okay. You had enough, I guess. As I was saying, I don't need Y axis. I need X axis. More big swipes like this. Y, like it. I don't need too much. So we have the pad. And for those of you curious, this is the pad, or tray, should I say. I'm from Canada. This is the American price. It was $19.99 Canadian, and it was $17.99 for Ikea family members, which is their like program they have. So I paid $17.99 plus 13%, so probably just shy of $20 net of tax for this pad. In comparison, like I said, that beast right there was like hundreds of dollars. So, first impressions on this, guys, it feels good. And usually glass pads, from the limited experience I have, it sounds kind of like crap and it feels a little weird. Like, I don't know. The first time I used a glass pad, I put my mouse on it. I moved it around. I obviously heard the sounds, which I was told were was going to happen, but it just has this weird glide usually, especially on the SkyPad. But in game, it feels much better. In this example, I can just it actually feels like a smooth surface that it seems to be enjoyable. So I'm very interested to see how this is going to play in game, and I'm going to let you know how it plays in game. All right, I'm not going to lie. I've done a little bit of testing, about 10 minutes worth of testing off cam, because when I really got to using this pad, I wasn't able to correctly articulate my thoughts on it because one, I don't use many glass pads, as I've said. I've only used this Sora here, SkyPad, and my favorite pad is the Artisan Zero, so I prefer more of a controlled pad. I've been playing on the Raiden a lot recently, the Artisan Raiden, and I've been enjoying it. So, and after seeing Melon's video, I thought for you got it for around $20 Canadian as well. Might as well try it, and film my thoughts, of course. So long story short, I'm gonna just play this. I'm not an aim labs. I'm not a Kovacs grinder. I play Fortnite, Call of Duty, Apex, CS2 with my friends a bit, and I like nice stuff. So I'm not that good, but I just want to kind of play this through and explain how I'm feeling about the pad. Let's just get right into it. So yeah, Death Adder V3, good mouse, but it's just this is just feeling really good right now. Like, I'm gonna pause. Hold on. Like I said, I'm not that good, but like, damn, that was feeling very good. I'm gonna get this closer here so you can hear me well, but wow. I know that wasn't that impressive, but let's just get right back into it. Like, I just feel this, especially with the Death Adder V3, which is, I think, like 60 some odd grams, 62. Ran on a pad there, rip. It just is this perfect combination where I feel so locked in with this shape. Obviously, top of the line tech. And with this pad on the stock skates, it feels very nice. I used the Lamzu Atlantis Mini before this, had a round, and I did my average, right? I got an average score, literally to the number. And I was like, okay, maybe this pad is good, but just another glass pad, right? But after this run, this just on the Death Adder V3, it's just feeling very, very natural to me. And that's, like I said, coming from a cloth player. And there's my score, 412. High score is 449, 36% accuracy. Obviously, I was holding down, so the accuracy is going to drop. But that was that felt good for me. Like I said, not a grinder, but that felt very natural, very controlled, and this pad is feeling great. I'm in shock. So my articulation may not be the best, but wow, I very much enjoyed that. And I got the Death Adder V3 off like a local marketplace for like 130 Canadian. So I just my point is I just got it for a good price, and I don't, this isn't really my style of mouse. I like kind of a back hump, lightweight mouse. Um but this surprised me. Like, my aim was feeling good. I felt natural. I do of course love this mouse, but it's not like my top pick. So I gotta say, man, this is a surprising pad. So if you are able to go to your local IKEA that's not far and see if they have it in stock, especially if you're in Canada, because I believe it's discontinued in Canada, as Melon went to say in his comments. You can't look on the website in Canada and find it, only the American website, as I showed earlier. But I think it's very much worth going down, seeing if they have it in stock, bringing it home. Just like I had obviously a bit of complication with the screwdriver. I got the right one. It was few minutes. So give it a shot. Like, this just feels, for the price. Like I said, the Sora, when I originally got the Sora SkyPad, I wasn't this blown away. I was like, okay, this is a glass pad. This is what I figured a glass pad would be. A little too icy for me. Like, I play usually on Hyperglides, currently on the stock Razor skates, but Hyperglides are usually my main go to, which are an older skate if you're not familiar, but I digress. I was not this impacted by the new purchase of the SkyPad as I am with this 17.99 IKEA serving tray. Like I can't believe that this is a thing. So I cannot, obviously my recommendation doesn't mean much. It's my first go of things, but as a person who owns and has owned 20 plus pads, I'll say, give this a go. This will surprise you. For the price, you have to give it a go. Hello, I just wanted to come back and say just a I don't know, one closing word, because I looked back at the footage and I realized I didn't really weigh a full-on opinion, a more detailed analytical approach to how I felt about the pad. I just gave, oh, good, great, natural, just non-descriptive words. So let me get a bit more detailed in my approach. As you can see behind, I just played one more round, like literally one round after the recorded round I had, and I got 2 score under my high score. And this is one of my scenarios that I play a lot, and I've actually got some pretty like scores that I was proud of, really. So 2 under that, I did not see it coming. I was listening to the strokes and just moving my mouse around, clicking mouse 1, and I got 2 under it. So let's talk about the pad. Final wrap up thoughts. It is very similar actually to a Raiden, very similar also to the other IKEA pad, if you're familiar with it. I think it's the Lanosphere. I probably butchered that. Please do not sue me. But and it just has this very consistent glide throughout the pad. We'll talk about the x-axis first. Very consistent. You don't feel any deviation when you go from the full right side to the left. Same with the y-axis, and it is very smooth, consistent, and controlled. If you're familiar with the Lanosphere pad from IKEA or the Sky pad, you will know what I'm talking about, and it is a little bit too rapid. But this takes a little bit of that speed if you're familiar with any of those aforementioned pads, and it shaves it off to a smaller, more controlled, more detailed feeling, which I appreciate because I like those kind of pads. And that's what really stands out about this is you can really dig your like hand into the pad and get some nice controlled shots. And as you saw with the scenario I was using, it showed it nicely. I wasn't over aiming a lot like I usually do with Sky pads, but I just had this nice locked in feel that even the Lanosphere does not provide. It's a little too slippy, just like the Sky pad. But this has that, but shaved off, little sawed off version of it, and it's very distinct. That's probably why I recommend this a lot, is it's a very distinct pad that if you're a kind of player like me, you like control pads, but you're interested in more speedier pads, and glass pads are just, they've never seemed right to. This works. It works for my kind of style of enjoyment. And if you're anything like me, or if any of this has made sense to you, please go and buy it. Thank you for watching.